How's it going, YouTube? Spartan XP here. The other day I picked up the Lansky Deluxe Sharpening System, and today I'm going to be trying it out. So this is my first time using a sharpening system like this, so it's definitely going to be a learning experience. It's going to start off pretty slow. I'm not going to show too much of me sharpening. I'm just going to show the beginning, the before and after kind of thing, seeing how sharp I can get something like a super cheap knife, sub $5 knife, and something more like a Gonzo, which is a $20 to $30 knife, just to see if you can get the same kind of edge out of this one that you can get out of this one. So I'm going to start off real quick with an overview of the system and what I purchased. It comes with the very basics. I got the deluxe one, which was about $40, $39.99. It comes with 5 stones. It comes with the little sharpening jig and then the oil. I went with the deluxe system for one specific reason: the 5 stones. It goes all the way from an extra coarse stone to coarse to medium, fine, and then a super fine, to kind of get that extremely sharp edge, hopefully. They do have a slightly cheaper version that is $10 cheaper, but you lose these 2 stones and you end up with a coarse, medium, and fine. I opted to get the bigger better one. Just personal preference on that one. Okay, so I did buy a few extra things that you might want to think about if you're looking into getting into the Lansky sharpening system. Of course, a base. I bought this one off of Amazon. It's a real cheap base. It was only like $5. It's a plastic version. They do offer a metal version. That one was about $15. I just chose the cheaper one. But that is just so you have a place to set this for when you're sharpening. I also bought Lansky's stropping hone. So this is pretty much just a leather strop on the Lansky mount, so that way you're able to strop your knife after you've sharpened. And of course, with stropping comes the compound that you apply to the leather before you strop, which this is a giant block that I got for like $5, and this is supposed to last a very, very, very long time. So in this video I'm going to be using instruction from a channel called Gough Custom. He has a video on the knife sharpening system that you see here. He goes into really, really deep detail on what you do each step and how to get the best edge with this specific system. So I'm going to use his guidance, and I will report back with my findings. So the knife I'm going to be using today is the Tan Flipper from Walmart. It's an Ozark trail knife, extremely cheap knife, sub $4. And right now I'm going to take a quick benchmark to see about where the edge is, and then we'll check it again afterwards. So here I have a piece of paper and the Ozark trail knife, that we can kind of get an idea of where it's at. So right off the bat, it's a very toothy edge. I can feel it grabbing quite a bit. It's not horrible, especially for a $4 knife from Walmart, but I definitely would like it to be sharper than this. You're definitely not going to get any pigtails from this. There's no way. Yeah, it's just not sharp enough. Hopefully it will be though. This of course is some unknown Chinese steel, so we're going to see how well this sharpens up with the Lansky system. So here I am with the middle of the road update. I'm currently on the fine stone, and I'm just going to show you all a little bit of sharpening, and then we'll move into the actual cutting test. Right now I'm currently using the 25-degree angle, as that's what was recommended for this style of knife. In his video he states that he just goes until he can feel a burr on the other side, and once you feel a significant burr across the entire blade, he flips his knife and then he does the other side. Right now I'm just pushing in a diagonal fashion, just like he said in the video, while keeping pressure up here to maintain a specific angle. So here, and check for the burr. I'm not sure if y'all are going to be able to hear that. I just need to get the tip, but towards the body of the blade, there's a significant burr. So I'm almost done with this side. Do keep in mind this is my first time sharpening the blade, so this is a huge learning experience for me. A little bit more. So that should be it for this side, and I'll come back and show you all the post-sharpening cutting test. Okay, so I'm back. Just finished up right now. I just got done stropping the blade. I'm going to go over real quick exactly what I did. I started off with the coarse grinding stone, moved on to the medium, then I moved on to the fine, then I moved to the ultra fine, and once I moved to the ultra fine, I did a few passes on each side until I felt there was no burr, and then I did one pass on one side, one pass on the other, one pass on one side, one pass on the other. And that, I believe, would have had the blade perfect, or near perfect, but I wanted to go for perfection, so I ended up using the leather strop, which I have used some of the jeweler's hone on it, so that's why it's all green now. But I just finished with the blade, and I'm going to take it out right now and do a cut test right off the bat, see exactly how it fares. Right now I'm going to go ahead and say that this is an extremely easy system. I've only spent like about an hour doing this, and I feel like it's worked fairly well. But now we get to find out. So I'll remove that from there. We can get this out of the way. I'll show you all the blade right after I clean this off real quick, and then we'll go into a cutting test. Let's see how sharp it got. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm pretty sure you can see it. The blade is extremely shiny. It's a near mirror edge. I can barely see any of the marks on there. I will say this though, since this is a cheap knife, I probably should have done a full reprofiling, because you can see some high spots down at the bottom, and there's another high spot up here at the tip, which I know I could have gotten rid of, but that would have taken probably another 30 minutes and a full reprofiling with the extra course. But I started off with the course just because I wanted to see how sharp I can get the edge. This is not so much for looks, this is more for, let's see how sharp we can get it. And on the other side, again, looks really good. There's nowhere near as much of a high spot. Actually, there pretty much isn't a high spot on this side. It only occurred on this side right here. Very slightly in the back. And you can see, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it, but there is a high spot on the tip where it's just not the same width all the way through. It definitely feels extremely sharp, but let's find out. So it is noticeably sharper. I don't know if it's quite where I would want it, but it definitely is sharper. Not quite pigtail sharp, but it's definitely a good toothy edge. Try it on a small piece of cardboard. Yeah. It's like very little effort in order to cut through cardboard now. Just a little bit of a push and you're through. So yeah, it's pretty good. Not bad for the first time using it. Definitely want to get better at using it, and I want to try it on a better steel to see if I can get better results with a better steel. I'm pretty sure I can. This is a very cheap steel. This is an extremely cheap knife, and I'm actually really surprised it even got as sharp as it did, considering this is like a $3 knife. Pretty sure it's not going to be sharp forever. Edge probably won't last very long, but it's fairly sharp. It's not bad. Not bad for a $4 knife. Alright, so there you go. There's the Lansky Deluxe sharpening system and my first try at sharpening a knife. I just want to give a quick overall review of my first time using it. It was extremely simple to use, extremely simple to put together. It worked pretty well considering that I've never sharpened a blade before, and definitely looking forward to getting better and learning more, because obviously there's a lot more to learn. Next time I'm going to try the 20-degree angle, and I'm going to try it on a nicer knife, try and get a really fine edge, and I'm going to go for a mirror polish with the strop next time. Try and get rid of all of the grinding marks. But overall, it's definitely not a bad product, and I can recommend it so far. Until next time guys, see y'all later.